Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over one of the best multi-farms that you can do currently. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're going to be going over one of my most favourite multi-farms, but also one of the best ones currently in the game. And this is older world content. This is actually specifically Cataclysm-esque, and we are currently in 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻. Now, while we're in 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻, basically what we're actually doing right now, and then while we're in 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻, what we're actually going to be doing is we're just going to be flying around the abyssal depths. Mainly speaking, this is a very easy farm in order to do. If you do want to actually pull up the route for yourself, then all you can do is pull up Worth It, so pretty bog standard. You just go into herbs, and you can either pick Whiptail, Ijara's Veil. Ijara's Veil was typically the one that you'd want, so you go to Ijara's Veil, import route, it will come up with a dialog box for you, so import Ijara's Veil, and then we can then now just reload the UI, giving us our route for ourselves. This is pretty standard, so all we got to do now is we can then actually see the route on the screen, and we can follow that route around. I actually know this farm off by heart, so I don't use the route for it, but mainly speaking, you will want to have like things like the Darkmoon Firewater. My one obviously ran out, so this is why I currently don't have one on my character at this moment in time, because silly me, I only grabbed one for the actual hour because it lasts for an hour. But aside from all of that, this is a great farm if you want to gather up Volatile Life, Ijara's Veil, and Obsidian Ore. Those things are the things that you're going to be mainly going for. Everything else is subsidiary. Those three components are the ones that give you the most value. So that's what you're mainly going for. Remember, multi-farms are a herbalism/mining-esque farm, so that is something to bear in mind. And also, as we make our way over, we're actually going to skip over a couple of nodes because I'd actually like to show you something. Because when you're actually doing this, roughly if you're doing it around about like every four-ish odd hours in between sections, round about here, the actual world boss will actually spawn, and this was for the Cataclysm expansion. This has a 100% drop chance on the Reigns of Poseidus mounts, so if we go back into Wit, and we actually go over to mounts, then we can actually see that the Reigns of Poseidus is around about 2,320 gold. So even if you are doing this farm, you can just pull up and you see a Poseidus, kill Poseidus, it's a free 2,000 gold, just by sitting there, and rarely anyone goes to 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 anymore, so it's just a nice little uptick for yourself. That being said, how much actual gold did we actually get for this farm? Well, in gold value wise, we actually managed to get around about 33,666 gold. Yep, that's pretty damn awesome. So let's actually have a look at what we've actually got right here. And that means with this Ijara's Veil multi-farm for mining and herbalism, we got a current value of 33,000 gold. We're just going to say 33,000, easy. The Ijara's Veil, we got 236 within the hour. So let's actually pull that up in our bags. And that comes to a value of 15,667 gold. The other things of note is we actually got a Hessonite, which is just a Cataclysm gem that doesn't sell overly that much, so I'm just going to write it off. It is 83 gold, but I'm writing it off. The next thing of note for us is Obsidian Ore, of course, 225 of that we got in the hour, and that comes to a lovely amount of 9,589 gold. The other thing of note is another herb that comes in 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻, and that is Stormvine. We got 135 of that, which means that's around about 3,524 gold. I would highly recommend, if you have a scribe, to just mill this, because Stormvine doesn't sell for an awful lot, and you get more profit by making the glyphs for Kata with the Stormvine that's just milled into the inks and pigments and all that stuff. So that's what I would generally do with Stormvine. You don't have to do that, it's just a recommendation. The other thing of note is the volatiles. What did we actually get from volatiles? Well, in this hour we managed to get around about 16 volatile earth, that came to around about 277 gold. Volatile earth doesn't sell for all that much, so that's not really that much of a problem. The next thing of note is volatile life, which we actually got 115. This is coming a bit low on the spectrum, which I'm kind of like, oh, okay, 115, that ain't an awful lot, because typically I will get quite a hefty amount of volatile life, but unfortunately for this hour's worth of farming, I didn't actually get that all that much. 115 volatile life still came in at around about 4,456 gold, so I'm quite happy with all of that right there. And the last thing of note is another write-off gem from Kata, which is the Zephyrite, and that is 3 of those I got for 68 gold. So coming in as a total, that's 33,666 gold for the hour of multi-farming within 𝐿𝐵𝐺𝐺. If you do want to see if this one is worth your time, then please feel free to go towards the description where I've put my worth it import for you guys to just copy paste into the worth it recorder to see if it's worth it for you before you even start farming. And obviously that is something that will be going forward. Whenever I cover a farm, I'll give you my import to see if it's worth your time, to make sure that we don't waste our time when it comes towards farming, because farming time is precious. So other than that, guys, that is pretty much the farm for the actual day. I'm quite happy with this. This farm is definitely a bog standard for me in the realms of gold making. Like, if I can't think of anything to do, I usually go for this one or the whiptail farm. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.